Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for a rare for this channel pack rip episode. Gonna tear into at least a couple of the packs that you see laid out in front of you. Not typically a big unopened pack guy. Prefer to target singles that I know I want with my hobby funds, but like anybody, I got into collecting by opening packs as a kid, and I do enjoy scratching the itch from time to time. So I picked these up on a trip home from New York City recently. It was a mall in Rhode Island that a friend of mine sent me a couple pictures. Basically, there's a toy store by the food court that has a selection of these packs in the original wax boxes available as single packs for purchase. So that appealed to me. It was a long work trip down to the New York, New Jersey area, and rewarded myself on the ride back with about $50 worth, which is what you see here of unopened product. Now, this is not like a great deal that I got on any of this, but it's a fun way to kind of restock my pack stash to an extent. And we'll at least crack one or two open here, but let's review what I got. So I was really happy to see this there, 1986 Topps Baseball. Those great black borders along the top. I have not had an opportunity to open really much or any of this. When I got into the hobby around 1990, you could find plenty of 87, 88, 89, and of course 90, but 86 was kind of that cutoff point where I didn't really get to experience that. So despite these being $3.49 a pack, probably maybe among the most expensive packs that I picked up, we'll see here, grabbed three of them, and we'll make sure that one of them is a pack that I open here today. And then in that stack, I've also got a 93 Upper Deck Series 1 baseball. Amazing photography and design in this set, so I grabbed two of those. Got the Ted Williams set from 94, which I think was the second year that they did it. Picked up a couple of those. I love the Ted Williams release. 2007 O-Pee-Chee Hockey. Not a great deal at $4, but I was just so happy to see like some somewhat modern hockey there. Had to grab a pack of that. Got 87 Topps Baseball, the great wood grain borders. This one here, I think, is the original Ted Williams release, which I really dig. So I ponied up $5 for one pack of that. Then I got some 91 Topps hockey, some 91 Bowman hockey, some 91 Topps baseball in the wax wrapper. Most of the others that I had of this are in the cellophane wrapper. Got the Archives 1953 reprint set. This was the whole reason I stopped off. To get a pack of this for the live stream that I did on 53 Topps. And then I got, lastly, 2 packs of 87 Fleer baseball. Looking for that, maybe Barry Bonds or Mark McGwire. So yeah, just a nice mix there. I think for this video, again, I'll open one of the 86s. We'll take this guy here. We'll do a hockey pack. Let's say 91 Bowman. And then let's do a 93 Upper Deck baseball as well. And the rest of these, you'll see them on the channel at some point in the future, but they may last a little while in the wax stash before they get featured. We'll start off with the Upper Deck baseball, I guess. Then we'll do the hockey and the 86 Topps. So not my forte. I apologize if I'm not the most exciting pack breaker you've seen, but let's see what the Upper Deck pack brings us. First thoughts, this is a very thick pack of cards. For $1.99, get 15 cards in this pack. And $1.99 is probably not much different or maybe even cheaper than what these cost back in the day. But here's a star rookie, Dan Smith. These are somewhat bricked. Doesn't feel too awful, or it doesn't look like the cards are really getting any damage. Southside Sluggers, how about that? Featuring Frank Thomas, who is dominating Major League Baseball. And is that Robin Ventura? Yep, Robin Ventura. So cool teammates card there for the White Sox. And yeah, this is the perfect pack for me. 3 cards in. Got a Nolan Ryan Community Heroes card. Great smiling shot of Nolan there. That's just perfect. So when it talks about some of his charitable work on the back, that's cool. We'll put this one up on display. Love me some Nolan Ryan. Obviously, that's like a 10-cent card, but it's just cool. Ramon Martinez. How about that celebration shot there with Billy Butler? Looks like post high five. Looks like his arm's about 4 feet long, but I really dig this design. I love how the player kind of overlaps the upper deck, kind of giving it that 3D effect a la 1988 Topps Baseball. And just really clean, the white border, the white upper deck, the white team and position name, and then a simple team colored border with a cursive name over it. I always enjoyed this. I had a complete factory set of this that I got for my birthday as a kid. First time around as a collector. I think I still have it in the basement somewhere. And then check out the backs as well. Just fantastic. Another great photograph. So Upper Deck was just the class of the baseball card industry. Even in 1993, Topps was really struggling still to catch up. Here's a Gary DiSarcina. How about that very 1993 striped shirt on that guy in the background too. Nice batting cage photo there. And I mean, here you go. Frick, frack, and hack. Like, how cool is that? Next up, oh boy, these are typical Upper Deck fashion, all rotated. Sorry for the dizziness there. Curt Stillwell ×2. These were actually stuck together for the last 30 years, face to face. Those two Curt Stillwell cards in the pack. And we got a Derek Bell here for the Blue Jays. Another great action photo. And of course, the Blue Jays were in their era of dominance in the early 90s and won the 93 World Series, as a matter of fact. Is it Chili Davis? Love that batting helmet shot there in the dugout. We got a Jose Offerman for the Dodgers. Chuck Knobloch for the Twins. Got the header card for the Baseball Heroes insert in 93, which was Willie Mays. So kind of, that's probably the last one you'd want to get, but an insert card nonetheless. John Wetland for the Expos. That's cool. And we got two John Wetlands, and then we close out with Greg Harris of the Red Sox. So not an overwhelmingly great pack there, but we did get the Nolan Ryan, and these are just really interesting as far as photographs and design, really no matter who you get. So those will go into probably a trade or giveaway box since I think I have the set. Let's do 91 Bowman hockey. And again, 14 cards here for $1.49. Not going to be pulling a one-of-one superfractor out of here or anything, but for about 10 cents a card for pure entertainment value and a walk down memory lane, I will take that. So, whoops, these are all rotated around as well. So we start off with a Brad Jones for the Kings. Pat LaFontaine, Hall of Famer there. Great player for the Islanders and Sabres. Brent Gilchrist for the Canadiens. Scott Arniel. And here we go. My favorite team as a boy, living in Connecticut, the Hartford Whalers. Dean Evison. Great look there at the green era Whalers uniforms. And we'll put that one up on display as a nod to the Whalers. Another Hall of Famer, Adam Oates. I'm going to set this one aside with Pat LaFontaine, a couple Hall of Famers. Hubie McDonough for the Islanders. And we'll take a look at the back here as well. These had, much like baseball, those non-standard stats where they broke it down against each opposing team, how the player fared, which is pretty cool. You had plenty of other cards in this day where you could see the year-by-year stat line, but I really appreciate the look at the team-by-team breakdown on the back of these. So just wanted to point that out. I know it's the same for Bowman Baseball of the era. Here's a Todd Ellick. Sean Anderson for the Quebec Nordiques with that great fleur-de-lis shoulder patch. And then how about a hat tricks card of Claude Lemieux? This guy was not someone you wanted to play against in a big game. He was one of those players who was supremely offensively talented, as evidenced by this hat tricks card, but also was not afraid to mix it up, deliver big hits, agitate you, get under your skin. And he's the kind of player you love to play with, but you hate to play against. And he's not a Hall of Famer, but he's a member of the Hall of Very Good in my book. And I love this 3 gold pucks here on this hat tricks card. So pretty cool. And that's actually just a subset card, number 271. It's not an insert, but I dig that nonetheless. A couple more here. We have Kevin Miller for the Red Wings. Shout out to Lisa Z. Petri Skryko for the Bruins. Darren Pupa, a name that my brothers and I got a kick out of back around this time period. And then Dave Manson closes out the Bowman pack. But we did get a Hartford Whaler, that cool hat tricks card, and then 2 Hall of Famers out of the hockey pack. So I'm happy with that. And last but not least, let's get into the first of eventually 3 1986 Topps Baseball Wax packs. I'm not going to be eating the gum. We will take a look at it here. Can't even really preserve the wrapper too well. This is really seen better days, but it does seem to be authentic. I mean, this is $3, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But the wax stain card is Dave Righetti, and pretty off-center, but I love how the Yankees cards look on this design in particular. This is like a set made for Yankees fans. And then the gum card, or the card lost to the gum. Ooh, it looks like a couple cards were damaged, but Al Bumbry, the Padres, and then Dan Billardello for the Reds. The gum is permanently affixed to the back of his card, and I actually have two different hobby friends that collect gum-connected cards, so I will probably set that one aside, put it in a penny sleeve, and that will end up sent off to one of them at some point in time. We got a Tim Wallach NL All-Star here for the Expos. That is cool. And I mean, all of these, you can see right out of the pack, are just suffering from pretty bad centering, but Greg Booker. Another Yankee, Scott Bradley, so I like to see that. Again, that team color match. And here's a cool one, Tommy John with the Oakland A's. That is a very foreign-looking card. Do not picture him with the Oakland A's at all. And you can see, looking at the back of this card, very lengthy MLB career and just 11 games in 85 there with the A's, but that's enough to get him a card with Oakland, so that's cool. We got a Darrell Thomas, and then the Spring Fever Baseball would send this in, but unfortunately it's probably expired. And then how about a Barbaro Garby, which sounds like a completely made up baseball player to me, but we'll go with it. Mike Smithson for the Twins. Got Chris Spire for the Cubbies. Bill Gullickson for the Expos. And there we go. All right. Finally kind of saved at the end of the pack here. So Jimmy Key for the Blue Jays, but then the highlight, the tandem of Harold Baines, Hall of Famer for the White Sox, and then, of course, Darryl Strawberry. Was there a better card? Maybe Doc Gooden, I guess, but certainly one of the cards that would have been most coveted in 1986 to pull out of a pack of 86 Topps. A little bit painful for me as a Red Sox fan, but I do have to acknowledge the greatness that was the 86 Mets, with a special shout out to my buddy Mookie Chilson, who actually completed this entire team set autographed, and is one of the 2 gum collectors that I referenced earlier in the video. So with that, we will wrap up today's 3-pack rip. Can't believe that took me 13 minutes, but thanks for sticking with me, and you'll probably see some of the others in the future. But for now, appreciate you stopping by, and I'll be back in the very near future with some more content. Until then, enjoy the hobby, everybody. See ya.